A couple of weeks ago, for those of you that were here when Ruben was being baptized, I pointed someone at the back who'd helped with the building project, and it was his first time in church, and you all gave him a very enthusiastic round of applause. That person was Taylor. Taylor came back the week after and has decided to be baptized and that he wants to follow Jesus. So Taylor, tell us a little bit about firstly tell us something about the work you did on the project here.
Yeah, so I was involved in the plumbing, the pipe fitting. So I piped all the radiators, the boiler room. I didn't see it come to the conclusion really. I left before it finished, so it was pretty special to come back a couple of weeks ago and see it finally finished.
So do you think that's fantastic? Taylor was involved in the plumbing and is going to be baptized in the baptistry. So when Lee and I used to pop in, as we frequently did during the building project, we would often do those live stream videos that lots of you saw. Taylor, I think you featured in one or two of them. So it's great that you're doing this. Tell us a little bit about what happened at the start of this year that made you want to start coming to church. Why did you decide to do that?
Well, like we were talking about the other day, it wasn't the start of this year, it's been the start of this year, what got us come to church. I think it's just been a long time coming, really, and I've been thinking about it for a while. So I think at the start of this year, 2023, I decided that this was the year I was going to actually come and make it more of a thing in my life, really. Like.
And you were telling me and Lee the other day that when you were working on the building project here, you started following us on Instagram. And what did you think of like faith and church then when you started to follow us on social media?
That was probably the beginning when I was really first starting to look into it a lot more. So following that definitely helped get us here, really, to be fair, because I wasn't really sure what to make of it. I had I don't know what to say, what's the word for it? Like, I'd thought differently about it, really, about coming to church, and seeing the Instagram definitely helped get us here.
And tell us why you're being baptized today. Like, what is it that suddenly made you want to make this decision?
Well, it's been a long time coming. I think really I've been thinking about it for a while now. I started reading the Bible a few years ago now and getting into it a lot more. And I just think it's time really to go for it.
And when you were chatting with me and Lee on Wednesday, you were saying that you've always asked lots of questions, and that every single question you asked seemed to lead you back to Jesus.
Well, you could definitely see I'm a conspiracy theorist. Like, definitely, that's where it all started. But what I found was, in my time, the longer you spend down the rabbit hole, and the longer you more research and look, all roads lead back to the Bible and lead back to Jesus, and that's what got us started into the running.